Alright, I'm just watching the chat while the game loads. Here we go. Good afternoon. This freight train is bound for Cell. Please wait for a green signal. Next stop is a shed. In case of departure, please be careful because of wheel slip. So we're driving the 189 double header on a container freight. Let's put some lights on. So previously I was driving this with LZB, and I don't quite know whether I was using it wrong or what, so I'm not going to drive with LZB tonight. But I am going to get PZB and CFA switched on, because that seems only reasonable. That's PZB and CFA switched on. Tanker wagons. Yeah, it's a pretty long freight train. Mind you, that's I think why they warn you that I'm quite likely to get wheel slip once we get to departure. Hey there, Chew. Good to see you on the channel. Any sign of, oh, I got a green light, just as I was about to say any sign of a green light. I should probably just be more patient. Put some sand on then and get a bit of speed going. So we're in restricted monitoring. Shush. There we go. Got faster speed limit coming up now. I thought that would get you going, Ed. Hey Jason, Joe, Troneka. Of course, the restricted monitoring. The restricted monitoring. We're in. Not in restricted monitoring anymore. We're in LZB now. So next speed limit coming up is 160 kilometers an hour, which is due now. Evening, MB68DK and 67163 cubed. Welcome. So now we've got 160 coming up. Distant is green. Oh, there's a fight breaking out in the chat between Ed and everybody else. Oh, it looks like it's Ed and Steve. Great Western Alert versus LMS. Down to 160 km/h. Hey Tronica, Microsan, welcome. Oh, there's lots of fight and talk going on now. Steve says, GWR locos drive on the proper side of the train. Ed says, yeah, that's the side you can't even see the signals from. So what are we doing now? Stopping in a shed, 26 kilometers. Hey Scatterbrains and Rico, welcome to the channel this evening. That's the point, Fringe. Let's have discussion, talk about things. Or just verbally abuse each other. Shush one. A green light. So we're currently coming in actually a couple of minutes early, so I'm just going to back up on the power and we'll just sort of stick at the speed we're at because we don't need to go any faster. I think, Fringe, we shall put our swords down in a public child-friendly forum. Hey B28, Power UKIP and Beast Builder, welcome to the channel this evening. .24 kilometers now to a shed. Hey there, Ben Tyson. Seafood's gone off. Microsan, is this nice? No, this is the BR189. One of the Trax locomotives. Tom C. Overshoe, Joint Decay, Yell Ruben, Ben Tyson, welcome to the channel this evening. Good to have you with us. Hey Scatterbrains, no, I don't actually use a rail driver. I've got one somewhere, but I find having to put something on my desk just an inconvenience, so I end up never using it. The keyboard's always here, and so is my Xbox controller. I generally get what I want out of those. It is indeed, Joshua. I'm still pretty much running about on time, even though I'm actually driving quite slow. Ben, no, I haven't had a look at your scenario yet. I haven't been in that long since I had to go into London today. So rail driver is like it's like the equivalent of a steering wheel or a flight joystick, but for trains. So it's a big control desk that makes it look like an American train actually, but it gives you separate throttle controllers and brake levers and a whole big load of buttons as well. Hey Sledger, welcome to the channel this evening. Yes, I do, Josh. Or I think my son. I bought it, but I can't remember if I bought it for me or for my son. I've not actually played it. I played the first one a little bit. $18 kilometers. Sorry. Shunting route's next. Just realised. I didn't turn it back on after I had a little drink there. Panicky there, saw yellows. It weren't mine, so I can be less panicky. At this rate, we're going to be very, very early. Even at this speed, we're gaining time. Right, how are we doing here? Well, we're getting there, not too far now to a shed. And we are then going on to cellar, which will be another 20 minutes after that. Speed up a little bit. Hey, Star Smokey and Captain Bob. Good to see you. Don't forget, folks, if you haven't already, don't forget to pass the details of the channel out to your various communities. Let's get some more people watching the show. Hey Speedy, welcome. I don't know quite why that little light isn't as visible as other lights, but it just isn't. Hey there, Odiosu. Welcome to the channel this evening. Hey Speedy, no US scenarios today, but I am going to use US stock for the shunting puzzle. Stopping in a shed, so just slow down to 100. We're arriving in a shed about 2.5 minutes early. Hey Best Sammy, welcome to the channel this evening. Expects caution signal up here. We're now down under the speed for the next signal, which was 60. Cheers Koondoom, thanks for joining this evening, good to have you with us. Yeah, Hamburg Hanover does seem to be doing rather well. There aren't as many German routes to choose from as there are other countries, of course. So, and because Hamburg Hanover's been around a while, there's a bit more loco variety, which is generally why it gets picked more often. After a while, I'm sure Cologne Koblenz will get more on it, and because I'd like to drive that more, to be honest. So, if anyone's got any suggestions for Cologne Koblenz scenarios, that would be cool. So one of the other things I was thinking about was I'd like to do a special on workshop routes. So if you've got any thoughts on... hey there Star Smoky, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. If you've got any thoughts on... I've completely lost my train of thought. If you've got any thoughts on any workshop routes that you would like to see, then I will. Then let me know. Particularly if there's any scenarios for them as well, and that would be. I think that'd be quite a nice one to sort of celebrate some of the really cool workshop scenarios there are around. Right, so we're stopping in a shed. I think I'll show South London and Thameslink when it's a bit further on, and I think people might get put off by the lack of scenery in places at the moment. Because in other places, of course, it's just South London Network, Brighton Line, and London to Bedford. So I definitely want to show South London and Thameslink, but I think it will do it more justice if we do it a little bit later on. Because I think one stream, what we ought to do is do an entire run from Brighton to Bedford. I think that would be very cool. Might take a while, but it'll be cool to do the whole journey. Of course, as soon as the Chengdu line is released, I will definitely be doing a show on that. Oh, I got hit for... Better. Right, let me make a note of what's being suggested at the moment. So, northeast... by DPS. Anything else? Northeast by DPS. The other another suggestion was Wickham Branch. Any German or American ones? That's what I'd like to see. Hey, Mark Rogovine and Scotsman Lincoln. Not yet, Speedy. I've been out all day, so I'm going to have a look after the show. In fact, I'll have a look now while we're sat at this red light. Oh, a nice picture, Speedy. Very good. I think it's a fair bet, folks, that anytime we release something, I'm probably going to show it. To that end, I'm probably going to show the 247s that were released today as well. I'll do that after we've done this scenario. Just a quick look-see at the 2 new 47s. Hey, Mr. Trovics, welcome this evening. Did Waterbury shuttle yesterday, Dave? Yeah, a personal favourite of the 47s is the Isenbach Kingdom Brunel. I've always liked that one. I saw that one a number of times in real life. Fringe, I'm doing the Against the Odds. Oh, got a green light. That's better. Okay, Dave, I made a note of that A4 that you sent over as well, so I haven't forgotten that one. Which is the one that you found, Dave? The digital readout on the speedometer. So this is the speed limit, and that's the current speed. Hey there, Epic Pike Moose and the Mole Man. Welcome to the channel this evening. That's better. We're moving now without sand. Hey Gaza, Steve Van Epps and Batista, welcome to the channel this evening. Sifa. Pressed it. Dang you. Right, Seller in 16 kilometres. Well, what else have we got on the list? So Bluebell.
Sifa.
make a note of that one, Dave. Thank you. So for any of the newer users that have joined, I'm looking for recommendations for workshop routes, particularly German and American. We've got tons of British suggestions, but I'm looking for German and American workshop routes. Ideally ones that aren't just, I say just, that belittles them too much, but ones that aren't modifications to normal routes. What I'd love to see is some, original work. But I'm also interested in seeing some of the modification ones as well, because it's good to see what people do with it. Feel free to suggest a modified route, Epic Pipe. I'm interested in hearing everything, but I'm really interested in hearing about the other ones as well. If I've got all the options of really good stuff, then I can make a note. I've got a note of Northeast by DPS, Wickham and Bluebell now. Manifest from Monument. What route's that on, Speedy? I probably should know, shouldn't I? But I don't. AC Good and Ben Tyson, welcome back. I've got the brakes on. Get off the brakes. I must have missed a seefer or something. Oops. Okay, so that one is on Castle Rock. That makes sense, actually. I know I'd heard the name Monument from somewhere. Okay, I've made a note of Raquette. I remember when Vern did that one. That was one of the first routes uploaded, actually. Yeah, thanks, Fred. I'm busy trying to write into a document while people give me suggestions while I'm driving a train. Stuff's gonna go bad. So looking at the poll, Career is currently 40%, Quick Drive is 30%. They are in positions 1 and 2. Campaign 2. Okay, I've made a note of that one as well, Jason. Thank you. Necessary, I will look up and do some of my own scenarios. UK Thoroughred London Underground, Gamesman 63, Mr. Tropics, welcome this evening. Down to 9 kilometres now. We're actually running about 30 seconds ahead of schedule, so ease up. Right. Chancing my arm standing out here for any amount of time. I have to keep whacking the enter key. Hey Moleman, Prince Starlin is really good at votes of confidence. Hey there Rob Allen and Mark456, welcome to the channel this evening. Yeah, Prince Starlin is just, I think, confident, vote of confidence is the middle names. Seems like quite a lot of middle names, but you know, fringe vote of confidence Starlin, that's what I'm going to call him from now on. Fringe, it's okay, I'm on your side, Starlin. Hey Mark. Alright, so we're stopping in 4 kilometers. Wow, that's banging around a bit when I put the brakes on. Speed limit's dropping to 150. Oh, we're out of LZB. We have a signal warning. Oh, shush, Sifa. I'm busy doing all the other buttons for PZB. There's something very severe about these brakes, wow. Get a much smoother application of brakes with this. Oh, 500 Hertz has gone on. Wow, that was a massive application of the brakes. What's going on? Waiting for permission to get into a shed now, so I can get a fork and a spade and do some digging. Hey there, you KTS easily confused and outspoken orange. Are you related to angry orange? Oh, we got green. What's it saying up here? We got 60 kilometers an hour at this and 40 kilometers an hour at the next one. There we go. Right. So we've only got a couple of kilometres to go now to get into a shed. We're nearly there. Oh, you feel better, outspoken orange. He's in the wrong window. Apparently putting the emergency brakes on didn't cause me a problem with the power of the brakes. Interesting. Right, not too far now, 1.5 kilometres. Right, so we're going to get BZB here, I think. No? Okay, fair enough. Cheers, Bang. See you later. Thanks for joining us. So who thinks the pump car is going to be an interesting show? I think so. I think the pump car is going to be a best ever show. Hey Cincinnati Johnny, tomato pluggers. Coming into cellar 19 now. We're not all in the siding yet. Why are we braking? Hey Panda and Gaza, welcome back this evening. Hey, Outspoken Orange, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Accurate physics and brakes. Yay, we did it! And we got 850, so we got a silver medal as well. Woohoo! We only just got the silver medal. Oh wow, those points were bunched up to the back end. Right, okay. Well, that was good. We didn't make too much of a mess of that. Right, so now, what's next? What's next is, I thought one of my favourite types of routes is shunting.